Yo, what is going on, guys? Happy New Year 2022. It is the year of Test Drive Unlimited fans, and you already know exactly why that is. That is because Test Drive Unlimited Solo Crown is releasing this year, September 22nd, 2022. Now, of course, as we get into the new year, it makes total sense that within the next couple months, we're going to be getting a new update regarding the game, and I cannot wait to share that with you guys once that actually happens. Again, comment down below when you guys think that's going to be. Personally, I'm gonna guess anytime after March or April is when we're gonna get some news. However, I'd love to see some things earlier, but let's get into today's video, which is just a quick recap of everything we know so far regarding Test Drive Unlimited Solo Crown, from the map to the developers to the car list, which I've seen a couple of articles stating the wrong cars, like the Ford GT was on AR12's website. I've never ever seen a Ford GT getting confirmed for TDU so far. I mean, hey, by all means it makes sense we'd see it in the game, but it's not actually confirmed as of yet. But I'll show you guys that car list in a second. Let's get straight into this video. Now, because I like you guys so much, I've actually broken down this video into different sections, so feel free to scroll across the video however you choose. But hey, if you want to watch through the whole video, trust me, there might even be some information you may have missed. So let's first talk about the game and the release date. Now, obviously TDU SC is the sequel to the TDU series. If you haven't played TDU 1 nor TDU 2, coming from a TDU fan, it's honestly, in my opinion, one of the best open world racers that has ever lived, and I'm so happy that the TDU formula is coming back into present time. Now, one quick note is that it is not made by the same people, Atari and Eden Games, as it was previously. This time it's Kylotonn and Kylotonn, or otherwise known as KT Racing. Now, just a quick rundown. Obviously, it's an open world driving game. It gives a different experience than Forza Horizon as well as Need for Speed. Totally different from those two, in my opinion, and it kind of has a more realistic approach with a large focus in being online interactions. So something such as a casino in TDU 2 is one of the main reasons why a lot of people love the online in TDU 2, when it worked, that is. Okay, so now let's talk about the publisher. The publisher is Kylotonn. It's a French publisher formerly named Big Ben. However, Big Ben kind of split, I think is the word I'm looking for, and they merged to make Kylotonn. So Big Ben and Kylotonn are technically the same thing, just a new name for publishing games. And they bought the rights to the TDU franchise from Atari back in 2016. Now, the developer is KT Racing, or Kylotonn, and they've developed some pretty nice games, from V-Rally to Isle of Man TT, and of course the current WRC series. And personally, someone who plays the WRC series, the force feedback, which, by the way, I'm currently talking about WRC 10, which came out a couple of months ago, but the force feedback, the physics, brilliant. It gives me so much hope for TDU because of those physics. But I have tons of videos talking about that on my channel, so go ahead and take a look at that if you're more interested in that. But the WRC series has shown huge promise over the recent releases, as Kylotonn have been steadily improving on each and every game. And with their last release being WRC 11, which is set to release sometime next year, fall, I want to say September or August, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how they do that. But now let's talk about Kylotonn's employees. There are two main people, maybe a bit more, but the only two people that I know about is Alain Jarnoux and David Aloza. These are two of the key people working at Kylotonn who have actually worked previously on the TDU franchise. Alain Jarnoux, let's talk about him first. He's pretty big name, honestly. If you played TDU 2, you already know him, but he is currently the game director for TDU and he was a previous Eden Games employee and worked on both TDU 1 and TDU 2 as a creative director. So quite a few features he had for TDU 2 were actually thought over by him. In fact, the nightclub and casino, I'm pretty certain, were his ideas. The casino obviously made its way into TDU 2. Nightclubs, however, were scrapped. I mean, there's evidence of that, but it's nice to see him bring casinos and nightclubs to TDU. I'll get into more of that later. Now, the second key employee is David Aloza. Now, David also was previously working at Eden Games on TDU 1 and TDU 2 as a technical director. He's also currently working on TDU as a technical director as well, I assume. But the good news is he also designs and helps with the physics for WRC, which, guys, a huge huge high hopes for the physics in TDUSC simply because the WRC series is brilliant. And even if they just copy and paste that physics, I'll be totally happy. But we're just gonna have to wait and see what Kylotonn go exactly for that physics. But I'll talk more about the possible physics coming into TDUSC later on in this video. You'll probably see it on the bottom of this bar. But now let's talk about the big thing, the car list. Now up on the screen, I made a little information graphic for you guys to go ahead and check that out and understand as I'm reading along. Now these are some of the car brands and models confirmed so far for TDUSC. Let's talk about Audi brand has been confirmed, the Apollo IE, the Aston Martin DB11, Bentley, BMW i8, Bugatti Chiron, Dodge Challenger, Ferrari, Koenigsegg Agera, Regera, the Lamborghini Diablo, Huracan Performante, Range Rover SVR, the G63 AMG, the Porsche Cayenne, 918 Spider, Carrera, and the 911. Now, the Carrera I assume is the GT because it also says that the 911 and the Carrera is a licensed trademark, so it makes sense that Carrera GT is going to make it into the game anyways, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we see that, and the 911 as well there. Again, no Ford GT. I'm not sure where this thing about the Ford GT came from. I tried looking back at all of the previous trailers, but I didn't see a Ford GT, but again, I assume it's going to make it in regardless. Now, what goes along with vehicles? Well, vehicle features. So some of the confirmed vehicle features so far are windows and indicators, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it makes sense that we would also see things like being able to open up your door in the garage, your hood, being able to sit in the cockpit, obviously looking around it as you could in TDU2 and TDU1 as well. And convertibles, I mean, hey, it was a key thing in Test Drive Unlimited 2, so why would they not bring it over into TDUSC? So convertibles, I'm pretty sure will make it in, but confirmed so far just indicators and windows. And I'm sure we'll hear more about that and the vehicle features coming through the next couple of news releases from Macon. Okay, so physics. What are the physics going to be like in TDUSC? Now, if you're a TDU1 fan, you'll know that TDU2 didn't make you happy at all, simply because of the fact the physics in TDU2 were they're honestly trash. So hopefully TDUSC takes a little bit more of a realistic route, and I'm happy to say I think that is true. In the Call & Connect trailer, you see Alan Janu talking about the game engine and the physics, and he's talking about how he likes to go for realism. So I highly doubt we're going to be seeing some Crew 2 physics or Need for Speed physics in this game. It'd make more sense something along the lines of WRC, however, maybe tune it up a bit for an open world racer. Somewhere along the lines of realism is what I'm looking for, and I think KT are going to deliver on that aspect. So good news, but like I said in also my should we be worried about TDUSC video, physics is the least of my worries. I'm pretty sure KT have that part handled. Now let's talk about the location, which is Tenerife. I'm just kidding. It's Hong Kong Island. If you're a previous viewer of my channel, you know I thought it was Tenerife, but hey, we make mistakes. Welcome to Hong Kong Island. This is going to be the location of Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. And at first I thought, you know, this island is a bit small, as the area for Hong Kong Island is 78.59 kilometers squared. And believe it or not, that's actually smaller than Forza Horizon 5. But hey, this isn't the only time where size doesn't matter, because trust me, it doesn't. If you watched any of my previous videos, I highly recommend you go ahead and check out Hong Kong Island itself on Google Earth, and especially the road network. It will definitely be a lot more dense than Forza Horizon 5. There'll be a lot more road network than Forza Horizon 5, and that's only assuming we don't go beyond Hong Kong Island, which I'll save that part for the speculation part of the video. But Hong Kong Island has the sights, it has the highway, and has some pretty nice landmarks. And up on the screen right now, I'll link a video to where I talk about 5 places on Hong Kong Island that might be recreated at 1:1 scale. And trust me, if any of these are in the game, we are going to have a brilliant time playing Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. So other than that, we don't really know much else about the map other than a couple of things around it, such as the Solar Crown Hotel, which I'll get into more later in this video. But other than that, we don't really know anything about dealerships or clothing stores, casino, nightclub we're going to be seeing, but let's talk about map areas in a second. So let's talk about these enterable map areas. So far confirmed, we have the casino, which I think is going to be plural, so casinos. Rooftops, I also assume plural. We're going to be seeing multiple rooftop areas. Not much details about rooftop, but I'm sure we'll find out soon. The nightclubs as well, plural, so there might be more than one nightclub. Then we also have the Solar Hotel, which the Solar Hotel is the main competition area and also where players live, like their very own HQ. Built by the organizers of the Solar Crown, this enormous tower houses a huge luxury hotel complex. Visible from much of the island, its interior design is a perfect blend of technology and the finest materials. The Solar Crown Hotel was designed to be a flagship building for the ultra high-end market and is one that meets the lofty expectations of its wealthiest clients. No, access to the most luxurious suites is reserved for the most prestigious clients. These guests can enjoy the Solar Crown Hotel's exclusive services. Now, one thing I want to know is that a lot of you guys have been thinking, hey, houses, what's happening with houses? Have houses not been confirmed? Will they be in the game? Again, it hasn't been confirmed, but fingers crossed. I'm sure KT have already read back on our feedback because we have 9 months until the game releases anyways. I'm sure they're going to add apartments or houses around the island just to add to the game, because that is a huge part of the Test Drive Unlimited experience. Having these houses around the island to buy the real estate agency. Kylotonn, if you're watching this, please add houses. It makes total sense, and a lot of people will be mad if you don't add it. But that's all I have to say about the Solar Crown Hotel and the enterable areas. Other than that, it's just garages, which I assume everyone already knew that we'd see anyways. So now let's talk about clans. Now in this game, there's going to be a clan. We don't really have much details about it, just about what they represent. So we have Sharps versus Streets. Now I'm a Sharp, and I'm sure some of you guys are going to be choosing Streets when the game releases, but we're going to be finding out more details regarding this in the future. So let's talk about the Sharps. Now the Sharps consider themselves an elite class and are characterized by a distinct love of sophistication, yes sir, and classic luxury. As traditionals, they scorn the extravagance of the streets and the perceived lack of maturity. The Sharps represent this high society in an elegant and contemporary lifestyle. Now you also have the Streets. The Streets do not want to blend in with the crowd and are certainly not shy about proving it. For them, success is synonymous with making an impression and going against the grain. Provocative and sometimes extremely so, they mock the Sharps' traditional and conservative ways. The Streets are driven by a much more underground and extravagant street culture. Now, I'm Streets and I'm also Sharp, so I don't know what I'm going to choose yet, but let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think you're going to be choosing when clans come out. Now, I do believe there's going to be a cars tied to each clan, and as you progress through the clan you can actually earn it. But again, I'm sure we're going to find out more information about that in the future. And just a quick note, on the recent trailer you'll realize that the Streets and the whole Sharps thing has actually been shown throughout every trailer that we've seen so far. The Aston Martin versus the Range Rover. We also had the Porsche Cayenne versus the G63 AMG. A lot of different things. The Huracan versus the BMW i8. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what we're gonna see in the future. And again, stay tuned to my channel for more of that. Now let's talk about all of the other game information that we currently have. A lot of this information is on the TDU website, which also has a newsletter. So if you want to stay up to date with the news for TDSC, link down in the description below, or you can go ahead and join my Discord or the official Discord. All of that will be in the description below. So it's not just races. Your racing schedule will also include meetings, transport missions, and convoys. You'll become a respected member of the Solar Crown by standing out and getting yourself known. Doors will open and missions will follow. You can't lose sight of the competition's ultimate goal, but you'll always need to be the fastest. Casinos, nightclubs, rooftops, alone or with your trusted circle, you should always be at the right place at the right time. So that's just one of the things. Another one is a life of luxury. Whether you're a street or Sharp, you share the same passion for luxury. You just express it in different ways. Cars, clothes, rewards, the places you frequent. It's clear that money is not your sole motivation. However, the reputation you build among the Solar Crown invitees will be your best asset. So it looks like you gain some stuff as you progress through the game. The garage, such as the Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, is above all the love of cars, especially luxury cars. Cars that signify a certain status, but also cars that win races. Your garage will be home to Lamborghini, Aston Martin, Audi, Mercedes, BMW, Ferrari, Porsche, Range Rover, Koenigsegg, Polo, Bugatti, and so many others. However, you'll need to demonstrate your commitment to the Solar Crown, the clan you represent, to gain access to all of these exclusive models. So looks like obviously you have to progress through the game to earn these cars, something that I really do hope progression stays intact with TDU, because Currently, games are out such as No Shots Fired, Forza Horizon 5, progression is kind of lack thereof. So TDU is that game that a lot of us love due to its progression. You actually have to work for your stuff. You didn't have to get handed shit all the time. But now let's talk about speculation. The possibility of going beyond Hong Kong Island. Now, I made a whole video about this. I'll link it up right now. I'll put it down in the description below because I'm just going to briefly go over it. Now, honestly, straight up with you guys, there are a few discrepancies between Hong Kong Island and Hong Kong. And a lot of us are thinking it might be possible for us to travel beyond Hong Kong Island. Again, we're just gonna have to wait and see, but the difference in map size and explorability, if you are able to travel beyond Hong Kong Island, is crazy. Maybe we'll even see it as a DLC. I just don't know. But again, I'm sure Kylotonn are going to confirm this with us this year, where we actually are going to be. If there's going to be DLC, if there's not, etc, etc. But hey, so far Hong Kong Island has been confirmed, and I can't wait to see gameplay of this map in action. But that's pretty much all I have to talk to you guys about in today's video. Just a recap of everything we know so far about Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. I'll leave the Reddit page, the Discord, all of that stuff and information in the description below. And if you guys did enjoy, leave a like down below and subscribe for more TDU SE content. Guys, 2022, not much longer at all, just 9 months. And we're gonna find out some new information. Well, not even that, the game is gonna release. But way before that, we're gonna find out some more information. Latest April. Just a 4-month wait, if even. Who knows, they might even give us some information before then, but I think they're going to do another racing week. And after that, they might show up to E3 or just make another the Con Connect. Possibly show up to Gamescom as well. Fingers crossed they show us something earlier than April though. Fingers crossed, it could be February, it could be March. If it's this month, bro, then you guys already know. If it's this month, smile on my face is gonna appear. But other than that, I'm Alex7, and I'll see you guys in another TDSC video. I'm out, guys. Peace.